Who kept their commitment and did their assignment? Okay, now you have a choice to be honest and lie to me right now. Who did not keep their commitment? No one dares, huh? No one dares. Is that true? Did all of you keep your commitment?
Yes. Yes.
How does that feel?
Good.
Let's keep doing that, okay? Let's keep doing that day after day. You still have a few more days with me for those of you that are staying for Mind-Blowing Strategies. And for those that aren't, the next Mind-Blowing Strategies get to, it's a completely different event. There's nothing similar about it. I believe that you need to have two sets of tools, I guess you could say, or two toolboxes. One is your basic duplication model. And you gotta know it like the back of your hand, right? And practice it and teach it and duplicate it. The other is even when you're doing the duplication model, you need to know how to rank advance and how to help others rank advance. And this is a different skill set, is it not?
Yeah.
It really is a different skill set. And I believe that if people sit at the same rank too long, then they start to get really
Restless.
they start to get discouraged. And so as I'm building leaders, I try, in the early ranks, I try to not have them sit at that rank for more than 3 to 4 months. So like, my goal is to make sure that when I sign somebody up, they're diamond within 12 months. If they're not diamond within 12 months, I've done something wrong. And we have to readjust. So we, Patrick and I, our team, we are diamond factories. That's what we do, right?
Yep.
We want to show you the other part of that tool, of that skill set, and that is simply this: tons of strategies of how to get to rank, right? And a lot of people don't know even how to run a strategy for rank. They think just coming up with an idea and talking to their leaders is enough, and then when their leaders don't do it, they're like, oh, I guess I'm not going. That is not how to rank advance. And then the other part of that is how to hold your rank for 2 months after, so you never slip back, right? So anyway, that's what's happening tomorrow. Are you guys excited about that? It's gonna be super fun. Super fun, totally different, okay? I don't wanna trip on that. All right, so when I was 21 years old, I served a mission for my church, and I went all the way over to the country of Czechoslovakia. And I learned the Czech language, and there in that mission was another missionary, and his name was Allyse Sedivy. He was super poor. He was given a suit because he came from a refugee family. His suit was super tight. He weighed 135 pounds, so it wasn't a good look. Super tight, really short like hair. I know that's in style now, but back then it wasn't, right? He kind of looked a little bit like Pee Wee Herman. You guys remember that? Am I the only one that's seen that show? Like, have you guys seen it? Yeah. Anyway, his hair was parted down the middle, and he had 2 cowlicks, and they went like this. And he only spoke Czech.
You do know that I can hear you, right?
Your mic, and you were talking into the mic. I did the same thing. Like 3 times. Anyway, so we met. Now he's mad at me. He's like, no, he's heard this story many times. Now he's mad. Now we meet, right? And to say the least, I wasn't like, well, I guess I should say like this. I wasn't looking at him going, now that's the wagon that I want to hook myself to. Anyway, I was going home to marry another guy. He had waited for me my whole mission for 1.5 years. Everyone knew we were getting married, got home, and every night I cried my guts out when we went on a date. I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel right. So we broke up. And he came out to BYU 1.5 years later, and we went to this mission reunion, and he was there. And at the time, I happened to be teaching at what's called the MTC. I happened to be teaching Czech. And he speaks fluent Czech. I mean, he's Czech. And so I'm like, you gotta come out and help me teach these Czech missionaries, right? And so we started dating, fell in love, And from the first day that we dated, we were engaged. Did you remember?
29 days
29
later.
days later. 29 days later, right? He was the awesomest Pee Wee Herman in the world. He's so awesome.
Pee Wee Herman. Huh?
He was awesome. You didn't even watch that. You're Canadian. You don't even know about that show.
Should I put my pants up a little higher?
Was that popular in Canada too? Yeah, it was. Okay, maybe it was just because. Anyway, so we fell in love, we got married, and one of the promises we made was that all of our kids would speak Czech. And so that's why we ended up back in the Czech Republic, and that's why we're living there right now. And we've had the time of our life. We are living our dream. And Patrick, actually, I have to tell you, when you put the hours down for doTERRA, who actually builds our business harder and longer and more hours, it's by far, hands down, Patrick. By far. Yeah. He always tells people, she makes the promises and I keep them. He's fantastic with compensation. He's going to teach it to you right now. Put your hands together for my love, Patrick Sedivy.